What if I told you that most of what we chase, wealth, fame, pleasure, is like running after mirages in the desert? They sparkle on the horizon, promising joy and satisfaction. But when we arrive, we find ourselves still searching. What if the good life, the real good life, is not about what we get, but about who we become? What if it's not about having more, but about being better? According to the ancient Stoics, the good life is not built on luxury, comfort, or success. It's built on virtue, reason, and living in harmony with nature. At a time when modern life bombards us with endless distractions and desires, the Stoics offer something timeless, a philosophy of life centered not on what we can consume, but on what we can control. Let's explore what it means to live a truly good life from a Stoic perspective. Welcome to the Unfolding Journey, a space where timeless ideas and practical wisdom meet. Here, we dive into philosophy, purpose, and the deeper questions of life that shape who we are. If you're someone who seeks clarity, inner strength, and meaningful direction, you're in the right place. Let's begin. The Stoic Foundations, redefining good. For the Stoics, the idea of the good life begins with a bold declaration. The only true good is virtue. Not pleasure, not wealth, not even happiness in the conventional sense. Virtue, character lived in action, is the highest human good. This includes the four cardinal virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. These aren't abstract concepts. They are the guiding principles for everything we do. The Stoics believe that a good life is lived in accordance with nature. This doesn't mean hiking or hugging trees, though that's great too. It means aligning with your human nature, your ability to reason, to make choices, and to act with integrity. Reason, our human superpower. What separates us from the rest of the animal kingdom? According to Stoicism, it's our capacity for reason. We can reflect. We can choose. We can act intentionally. Living a good life, then, is about using our reason well. It's about thinking clearly, judging wisely, and acting rightly, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. The Stoics emphasize the importance of recognizing what's under our control, our thoughts, choices, and actions, and letting go of what is not, other people, external events, and outcomes. By focusing on what we can control, we develop inner stability. We become free from the emotional roller coaster that comes from chasing external things. Living according to nature means two things: aligning with human nature, our rational and social capacities, and aligning with the greater order of life. We can't control the world, but we can control how we respond to it. The Stoics believe that life has a flow, a rhythm. Things happen. People come and go. Fortune rises and falls. What matters is how we live within that flow. Do we resist what is? Or do we accept and respond with wisdom? To live in accordance with nature is to respond well to reality. To live in harmony rather than in conflict with life itself. The Stoics were clear. External things, wealth, health, pleasure, reputation, are not evil. But they are not truly good either. They are indifferent. Why? Because they are unreliable. You might have them today and lose them tomorrow. Basing your happiness on externals is like building a house on sand. It's unstable. Pleasure can distract us. Wealth can enslave us. Fame can warp our values. The pursuit of these things, when done blindly, can lead us away from virtue. The Stoic doesn't reject the world, but neither do they become its servant. Instead, they use external things wisely, guided by virtue, not by craving or fear. So what does all this look like in practice? What does the good life actually look like? It looks like choosing courage in the face of fear, difficulty, or uncertainty. Practicing temperance, saying no to excess and yes to what's enough. Being just fair and kind, even when it costs you. Pursuing wisdom, learning from experience, questioning assumptions, and refining your character. The good life is not grand gestures or lofty speeches. It's found in the choices you make every day. When you wake up, when you're insulted, when you're stuck in traffic, when you're tempted, when you're tired, what do you choose? Do you live by emotion or by reason? By habit or by principle? By ego or by virtue? This is where the Stoic life is lived. A major part of Stoic practice is learning to accept what we cannot change. This doesn't mean passivity. It means clarity. You act where you can. You accept where you must. You don't curse the storm. You adjust your sails. When setbacks come, the Stoic sees them not as punishments, but as opportunities to grow in character. Loss becomes a lesson in detachment. Failure becomes a test of courage. Suffering becomes a chance to deepen your compassion. This mindset builds resilience, a quiet strength that isn't shaken by every shift of fortune. The Stoics saw life not as a race to win, but a role to fulfill. Each of us has a purpose, not one dictated by status or wealth, but by our nature. We are rational, moral beings. We are social creatures, and our purpose is to live well, to act rightly, and to play our part in the world with excellence. You don't need to be famous to live a great life. You don't need to be rich to be fulfilled. You only need to live in accordance with your best self, with virtue. This gives life a deeper kind of meaning, one that doesn't fade when times get hard. When you live this way, something profound begins to happen. You feel a quiet peace, because you're no longer at war with life. You develop inner strength, because your self-worth isn't based on things that can be taken from you. You flourish, not in the sense of luxury, but in the sense of living fully and authentically. This is eudaimonia, the flourishing life. This is the Stoic good life. So what is the good life? It is not the life of comfort. It is not the life of indulgence. It is the life of virtue, the life lived with reason, the life aligned with nature. In a noisy world full of distractions, the Stoic path offers clarity, peace, and purpose. It invites us to turn inward, not to escape the world, but to engage with it wisely and well. If this message spoke to you, if you're drawn to living with more clarity, purpose, and strength, subscribe to The Unfolding Journey. We explore timeless wisdom for modern life, stoicism, philosophy, and the art of living well. Hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Until then, live wisely, live with courage, and live in accordance with your nature.